hour for you, for your family, for the way that you like to eat and the things that you like to eat, because we have a Today Special that not only is going to be the best blender you've ever used, it's so much more than that. From Blendtec, they have created customer pick after customer pick, but what you're looking at right here in our Today Special is the brand new 650 edition. And I wanted a smoothie, so I'm just gonna get this one started right here. And it's our Today Special. So what's so great about the Blendtec Designer 650 that you see right here, not only is it brand new, not only is it easy to use, but it's so powerful, and that's what you want in a blender. I'll tell you, if you're using a blender right now that can't easily blend, whether it's ice, whether it's your smoothies, maybe even make your soups or your ice creams, then you're not using a powerful enough blender. But Blendtec is gonna have exactly what you need. You've got cycles where you can make your batters and your crushed ice. Those are new features. You can make sauces and margaritas and smoothies and ice creams, and you can juice, you can make soups. This Blendtec blender takes the place of 8 other appliances that you have in your home, including your coffee grinder, including your soup maker, your mixer, your food processor, your meat grinder, your soup maker, your ice cream maker, the margarita maker, and the juicer. This one appliance from Blendtec can take the place of all of those. We have an amazing value for you today. We have exclusive colors for you today. All you have to do is decide that you're tired of having less than blenders. You're tired of having all of these other appliances, and you want one tool, one appliance that can literally do it all. If you like smoothies for your family, you've got it. If you want to make soups, you've got it. If you want to maybe make your own milks, like your almond milk, you got it. If you want to grind up your coffee or make your own peanut butter, Blendtec 650 can do that for you. Now, you're going to choose colors. The one that you see right there is a slate gray, which is an exclusive color to HSN. We also have black, we also have pomegranate, and a seafoam blue-green that is also exclusive to HSN. Something else that you're not gonna find anywhere else is this price. And even here at HSN, we only have this price for one day. It is the lowest price that you're gonna find in the market on the 650, and we've got it for you as our today's special. You've got 6 flex pay to get it home, you've got free shipping, and the best part is that you've got a blender that is gonna be so super easy to use, and we're gonna show you how this works. We're gonna give you a lot of ideas on how and what to blend, and we're joined this morning by Shane Hymas, and we are so glad that you're here.
How are you? I'm glad to be here. Nice to meet you.
Sure.
Excellent.
Okay, so Shane is the product expert. He knows about the Blendtec blender, but the idea is that it's simple and easy, but it's powerful.
Extremely powerful. Now, I've kind of a little background about myself. I've been in health and fitness for a long time. I'm a father of 3. Really, I burned out a lot of blenders. I've been with the company for about 10 years, and you learn pretty quickly that you have to get a machine that can last for a very long time. You don't want to sit there and if you're buying cheap blenders, then you go through one every 6 months and you're buying them and buying them and buying them. So with these machines, they're a little bit different. They're synonymous with commercial grade machines. Now, the reason why I say that is because if you go to your favorite restaurant or smoothie bar, any of those places where they're making you an $8 or $9 smoothie, if you look behind the countertop, you're more than likely going to see a Blendtec machine there. That's right. So we're in about 190 different countries. You can find them at the best smoothie bars, restaurants, coffee shops all over the world. And you know what? We're going to show you how these work. What we love too is that when you do see them in those smoothie bars, you don't see them fighting with them because these just work the very first time. All made in the USA, all easy to use. And the last blender that you're gonna buy, because you mentioned, and we wanna jump in and see, you mentioned that you've burned up blenders. I think blenders in our appliances are probably the most rebought item. Absolutely. Because if you don't buy a good one, you're gonna be buying a new one. Well, typically they're an appliance that you use for a lot of different things. Now, especially with these are tools. They're hard to say that they're a blender because they're such a kitchen tool, just like all the things that you went over there, meat grinding and replacing things like juicers. So that's the first thing that we're gonna do here. Let's jump right in here and let's see what the machine does. Now, most people buy these machines, number one, to do things like whole fruit and vegetable juicing. So now how they're different from a juicer is they're not gonna to extract the liquid, and then the pulp is going to be in a big mess on the side, and you're not tossing that out. That pulp is very nutritious stuff. It's all your fiber, it's your phytonutrients. You want to keep that in so you're getting that nutrition. So we're going to keep all these things in here. Now notice, I am not going to add any liquid to this as well, because the machine is powerful enough, it'll just juice all the ingredients that you're having here by itself. Now, kiwi with the skins on. Now, the kiwi skins have phytonutrients. So you typically wouldn't think about that, but you want to keep the skins on there. Now, you notice that we're going to have melon seeds. Melon seeds are great at fiber, but they're full of protein as well. So if you can get your natural protein from a natural source. Pineapple with the core. All these tough ingredients are going to be completely liquefied. The stems on the strawberries and the orange. And then obviously, whenever you're doing a whole juice, you got to have your greens in there. What's the best time to get your kids to eat more vegetables and get a little bit more greens in their diet is by adding into your whole juice. So you'd always want to take advantage of that and add a little bit of greens into your diet as well. And then we just top it off with ice or frozen ingredients. Now, ice and frozen ingredients are blender killers. Typically, when you add that kind of difficult stuff inside the machine, that's the kind of stuff that makes your machine smoke and they start to smell. Now, on the front here, if you can zoom in on the front of the machine here, the machine is a capacitive touchscreen display. So it's just like your iPhone, so very intuitive. Now, these machines are all pre-programmed with blended cycles. So they're finely tuned and engineered by Blendtec engineers. They've gone through thousands of tests to make sure that it's very, very simplistic to use. So you have your sauces, dips, and batters, your margarita ice crush milkshake buttons, you have your smoothie, you have your ice cream frozen yogurts, you have your whole juicing, and you have your steaming soups. We're going to show you all those things here today there. If you want to use it manually, you have your manual speeds too. So you can just go ahead and use it manually. But we're going to do this for the whole juice key. It's the whole juice button, and I'm going to go ahead and push that. 65 seconds. Now you notice that it's starting out slow. It'll spin up and it'll speed up as the cycle begins. And then you'll see the material just folding down and pulling down at the bottom of the jar.
Oh my gosh, it's just going, going, going.
Simple and easy, right? Now look at already how blended that is compared to a typical machine. It would take you 50 seconds, 60 seconds just to get to this point here. We're only 5 seconds into that cycle. They're amazing blenders with their performance, with the way that they're designed. They're just absolutely stunning.
Look at how, I mean, and that's when we talk about power. That's what Blendtec is about. And, you know, as you're watching this, we're going to go again and show you, we're not going to take it easy on the blender.
No, we're not.
We're going to show you the hardest things to make and the things that you're going to make most often for yourself and for your family. And this is actually going to turn itself off?
Yes, so right on the front of the screen, you see that there's a timer. Every one of those engineered blending cycles is engineered to go ahead and shut off on its own, so you can truly set it and forget it. So you don't have to be a smoothie professional. You don't have to sit there and practice. It's as simple as adding your ingredients in the jar, pushing the button, and letting it rock and roll.
What I also notice is that I don't have like a tamper to kind of encourage the blending.
Now, what you'll see on the inside of our blending blades is the blade is actually designed, just like you said, to draw and force the material to the bottom of the jar. So with our machine, you don't have to sit there and use tampers, tools, stirry sticks, plungers, whatever you want to call them. You don't have to assist the machine when it runs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pour this slowly so you can see the consistency of that blend. The seeds, the skin, the pineapple core, everything that we added into that smoothie is completely liquefied. Now, you'd also notice, again, that I didn't have to add any liquid there. So all that liquid came from the ingredients and the fresh ingredients that we placed inside the jar. Now, go ahead and taste that.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Now, notice how small that straw is.
Oh, it's a skinny one.
Exactly. Now, when you go to a smoothie bar or a restaurant, they don't give you a chunky, they give you a smoothie. You want it to be blended thoroughly. You have to make sure that you have a machine like a Blendtec, and only a Blendtec can actually give you that kind of consistency. That's why commercial businesses use our machines. I'm going to go ahead and take a drink.
This is at least a $5, $6 smoothie when you go and buy it in the stores.
Oh, it's good, right?
This is so good.
You can't even taste the spinach.
I forgot there was spinach in it. Because I taste the banana, I taste all the fruit, and I'm not chewing. Did you notice that?
Nope.
I'm not chewing. Okay, what do we have here?
Okay, so this is the additional, actually, if you want to talk about the twister jar, it is a $130 accessory typically, and you're getting that with a gift with purchase today.
So it's included as part of the today's special. That's normally never the case. Matter of fact, the retail value on everything that you're getting, including that twister jar, is $579. This is a big deal.
This is a big deal. I've been selling Blendtec for a long time. That is a very aggressive price. So I'm impressed. I'm actually jealous. I paid $500 for my machine. So, so I'm a little bit jealous, but I'm very happy for the users out there. Now, the twister jar is for anything that's really thick or anything that usually would stick to the sidewalls of the jar.
Okay.
And the reason why we actually came up with the twister jar is because these little tines, they scrape the sidewalls of the jar for you. So when you're blending, you can do the thickest mixtures extremely quick. Now this is going to be a nut butter.
Okay.
That's what's great about being able to do your own nut butters in the machine. You're not worried about the preservatives, the additional sugars, all the things that they put into your whole foods, especially like peanut butters these days. Peanuts is kind of like the third or fourth ingredient, right?
Right.
You know what you're putting in there. So I'm just going to use your manual speeds here. I'm just going to start slow. You'll see how fast that we're able to yield this peanut butter here.
Wow.
I notice immediately how quickly it draws all the material to the bottom. Now, if I stopped right now, it's already a perfect chunky peanut butter. But if you want to make it smoother, what you do is just go ahead and crank up the speed a little bit. The longer that you blend, the smoother that it gets. But you'll also notice that it heats up and starts to warm. So you have warm nut butters. It's one of my kids' favorite things when they come home from school is to have warm nut butters with apples or different types of fruits. That was less than 20 seconds, and we already have a perfect nut butter. Now go ahead and focus in on this. Extremely creamy.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it couldn't get fresher. Like, it could not be fresher.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at this. It was able to bring out the oils in the peanuts.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
There's no additional. So we didn't add any additional sugar. You didn't have to add some additional salt. You can really control exactly what you're doing with the nut butter. Now, what it does come with too, it comes with a twister lid. It comes with a gripper lid, so you can do regular blending with it too. But it comes with this specially designed spatula. Now, the design of the spatula fits the bottom of the contour of the jar, so you can get everything out of the jar extremely easy. Now, it is kind of not a manly word, but we call it the spectacular. I never feel manly saying it, but I want you to taste this nut butter. It's so easy to get out of there, creamy.
Wow.
No added preservatives. You can get everything out of the jar.
It looks amazing. Now Shane, I won't eat this one. I am allergic to nuts, just so you know.
Oh, okay, so we got to keep that away from you.
But I wish I could.
I'm going to. I might not be able to talk for a second, though.
No, it's okay. Everybody in the crew is like, you know what, I'll jump in.
Yeah.
Because this is, you saw how fast that was.
Oh, man.
And
That's so good.
It's so fresh. I mean, it's so quick. By the time you think about, you know what, I'd like some peanut butter, you've got peanut butter thanks to your Blendtec. So remember, it's not just for smoothies. You now made your nut butters right there, whether it's almond butter, cashew nut butter, whatever the case.
Anything that you want to do, even thick blizzards, anything that you want to do that's really, really going to be difficult for the regular jar, anything that's super thick, you just want to use a twister jar. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you something before our next blend here. Can you go ahead and reach your hand in here and go ahead and fill that blade? Don't be scared.
No,
now, don't do this at home with your regular blender, folks, because you're probably going to cut yourself.
Right.
But you notice how that's not sharp at all?
No,
it's
not
very dull.
Yeah.
So the blender, or the blender blade, basically, we use powerful machines. This is a 3 peak horsepower blender. It can spin the blade over 300 miles per hour. When you have that type of torque and speed behind a machine, we don't want chintzy little blades that'll break off. One of the biggest problems with blade manufacturers or blender manufacturers is they have breaking blades. They have massive recalls. These blades will not break. We blend things on YouTube videos called Will It Blends, where our owner, Tom Dixon, blends things like rake handles, shovels, baseballs. I mean, anything that you can think of on the inside of the machine. Now, one of the big things, if you look right here on the top of the machine as well, there is a direct drive armature, and it's stainless steel to stainless steel. Most blenders have a little plastic piece right there that just breaks off as soon as you put something heavy in the jar. You never have to worry about that with a Blendtec. Once again, it's an 8-year warranty. How many appliances in your kitchen have 8 years?
And I'm glad you pointed out those features too, because a lot of you who have burned up blenders, you're thinking, yeah, I recognize, I remember those plastic pieces that have broken off, where you know that your blades broke off because they were so flimsy. But that's why Blendtec is different and special. That's why you see it in more industrial uses. And of course, they do make the home appliances, which is what you're seeing right here. I noticed that you just put in some rice there.
Now, so what we can do is you can use these machines as a grinder or a mill. So we're just going to grind some rice, but I didn't put very much in. You can do about 4 cups of rice at a time to make rice flour. People who have gluten deficiencies, who may have celiac disease and have to cook gluten-free foods. You can grind any type of grain. Unpopped kernels of corn to make cornmeal, rice in a rice flour. You can even take sugar and blend powdered sugar in less than 10 or 15 seconds. So what you'll want to do here is just go ahead and use your slider button. The higher the speeds that you're going to go, the finer the flour, the lower the speeds, the more kernely it's going to be, in other words. So watch how the blade, so I wanted to keep the rice underneath the blade because you're going to see what the blade is able to do. It is going to lift that rice and just blow it like a tornado all over the place. Very powerful.
Okay.
My hand's all wet here. Sorry, got that.
I know. And remember, we do have exclusive colors. The blue that we were just showing you, that sea foam, is starting to get very limited.
Now you look at how it just picks all that material right up.
Yeah.
And it blows around. So now you can't even see the blade because it's spinning so high. So right now it's going over 300 miles per hour. At that type of speeds, you can you can actually heat up hot ingredients. So for those a soup key, because it goes to top speed of the motor. It'll use friction of the blade to go ahead and cook hot, fresh soups, anything that you want to heat up. You can even do like an apple cider or something like that.
Oh wow!
So that was just a few seconds. We're going to go ahead and shut that off. Okay. Now you can see the consistency of this rice here. Now, the longer that you blend, the finer the rice. So if you have unpopped kernels of corn, you have wheat berries, you want to make your own fresh bread, you can, after you grind your own grade, you can add your wet ingredients. And just like the pizza bread that was over there in the pizza crust, you can mix and knead even a 1 pound loaf of bread on the inside of the jar from scratch in about 5 minutes. Very, very easy to do. Just pulse it just a few times. It'll create a big ball of dough for you.
This is amazing. It is so much more than a blender. So really just think about the things that you and your family like to eat and rely on your Blendtec to get it done for you. What do we have going on here?
Citrus berry smoothie. Now, obviously smoothies are what everyone likes to do in their Blendtecs, but I just tossed a ton of frozen strawberries in there again. Again, those are the type of things that would take a normal blender and just blow it to smithereens.
That's right. That's
it would just break. This machine will have no issues with this. This is the smoothie button. It's a 65-second cycle.
And you know
we're going to get it really, really quick.
What you'll also notice with the Blendtec is you never hear it working hard. You never hear it straining. And maybe if you've had a blender and you turned it on and you thought, uh-oh, maybe I should help it along. It's not going to be the case with the Blendtec because it's designed to be powerful. I just want to remind you, as you're seeing all the different things that this can do, that this is our today's special, which means we're only for one day going to do this price of $299.95. And you even have 6 flex to get it home. This is it's a brand new, it's the launch, the HSN launch of the 650, which is the latest and greatest. You've got the best price in the market. So you can find the Blendtec 650 in other places, but you're not gonna find it for $299.95. And don't forget, not only are you getting the Blendtec as is, normally just this would cost $449.95. Plus you're getting that twister jar and the spatula that comes all included. You get the owner's manual. You're going to get exclusive colors to HSN. And you get it for the best price.
Oh, the best price.
But only for one day. Okay,
now,
and don't forget, you've got
smoothie.
6 flex and free shipping and handling.
Again, I'm going to pour that really slowly because you can see the consistency. That was frozen strawberries. There's not a single chunk.
No.
That's what restaurants pay for. They want consistency. They want to make sure that when they give the recipe or whatever the order is to the customer, that the customer is happy with the blend and they don't have chunks.
Oh my
gosh,
gosh,
ahead and taste
it's
that.
So creamy looking. Oh, I can't wait to taste. I love smoothies.
This is one of my favorite ones.
Oh my God, this is how you wake up
silky.
in the morning.
Oh yeah.
It is, because it's so fresh. You put in your favorite ingredients. That's what Shane did. You put in your favorite ingredients, you turn it on, you let Blendtec do the work.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things that we're going to do right now, we just mentioned earlier, is hot soups. Now, take any type of fresh vegetables. If you look in here, we've got tomatoes, we've got cilantro, we've got a big carrot, we've got avocados, and we got a big chunk of pepper jack cheese.
Okay.
We just add a little bit of water to it.
All right.
And I'm going to take it over here at the side. It's a 3-minute cycle. Okay. Now, typically, any high-performance blender that's out there in the marketplace, our competitors anyways, will usually take about 6 to 8 minutes to be able to do a soup. Wow. We're going to do it in less than 3 minutes.
Wow.
It's extremely fast. That's because the motor is the most powerful motor on the market, and it spins the blade at about 300 miles per hour.
Okay.
So that's very, very fast.
Wow.
I'm going to get this started over here, and we'll go to the other recipe right next to you.
And there's even a preset soup button as well. So you don't have to stand there there and watch it for the 3 minutes. It's preset, and you can see that there's a countdown. This is really great.
Multitask.
It makes, you know, again, the things that you like to do and cook and eat for your family, it makes it so much easier. Now, as we move on, I just wanted to remind you, we did have, and I'm gonna ask our producer, Chris, if we still have any of the smoothie cookbooks available, because I know, okay, we do have those, and I'll share those with you in one moment, but what are you doing here?
So we're gonna do an ice cream. Now with ice creams, it's kind of fun because you can get pretty creative when you're doing things like ice cream. Now you can make them as naughty or as nice as you wanna make them.
Okay, which one are you gonna do today?
Well, we're gonna do a mixture of both. There's a little bit of cream on the bottom, but everything else is gonna be healthy. That's protein powder, that's vanilla protein powder. We're gonna put a little bit of avocado in there. Avocados will make an extremely thick ice cream, perfect for ice cream. We're gonna put a bunch of carrots in there. So we've got a lot of carrots. And we have cabbage.
Oh my God.
And we're also gonna throw an orange in there. So this is the type of ice cream. It's actually an orange dreamsicle ice cream, and it has a little bit of orange extract in there as well. The orange extract will give it an orange flavor. Now, when you taste this, you're gonna be shocked because you're not gonna be able to taste any of the vegetables in there. Your children would love it. They're not gonna taste it. They will have no idea what you're doing. And you'll go ahead and surprise them. So that's the best thing about a Blendtec is you can really get creative. You can throw any type of hidden ingredients into any recipe that you want to do, and it just makes the perfect blend. So this is the ice cream frozen yogurt button. On the icon, it's the easiest one to pick out. There's a big ice cream cone. You just go ahead and push that one. And we're ready to go. Sorry, my hand again. My hands are all greasy.
I know. We're so cold. We've been doing a lot. Okay, so as you watch that, again, notice that there were a lot of not only the ice, but even the carrots were firm. Blendtec just is blending it right on up, and what we're doing is really showing you the power. Well, you can see the way that it's getting creamy already. And when you hear it actually go ahead and turn off like that, you're seeing all the material being folded right down onto the blade. And we already have a thick ice cream, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. And these are so quick too. That's what I like. You're not blending for, you know,
now that was 5, a ton of ice. That was 2.5 cups of ice, and it only took about 30 or 40 seconds to go ahead and get that done. What I did is I just shut it off by pushing the off key just a little bit sooner because it was already done. But you look at that consistency. Now, a little bit more ice. If you want to set it up a little bit more and freeze it, you can throw it in the freezer and just let it set up.
But I like this as kind of a soft serve kind of feel.
It's a soft serve,
And you know what? As you're looking there at the carafe that you're using, it's got a very large capacity.
It's a 90-ounce capacity jar. Typically, blenders don't even have close to that. Anywhere from 64 ounces at the most. So it's a 90-ounce capacity. You can feed the whole family, but you can also do small portions easily as well. So you can really, the measurements are on the side, so you can do all your measurements properly, and you can do it easily. Now go ahead and taste this.
I can't wait.
You're gonna be shocked. With all those ingredients in there like that, all the carrots, all the cabbage, all that stuff is gonna be hidden. You won't be able to taste it.
Wow. You would never know.
Like an orange dreamsicle, right?
You would never, yes.
Kind of like an orange Julius.
That's good. That's great.
I was hungry too, so I'm doing this right at the right time this morning.
And you know what? And it was seconds. It really was. And when you think about you making it yourself, whether it's the nut butters or the ice cream or the smoothie, you know what's in it. That's the big deal. That's the idea of having something like this at home, so that if you're trying to watch what you eat and what your family eats, if you don't want a lot of extra sugars and added salt and added preservatives and things that you don't really know what they are and you don't feel comfortable serving those to your family, then do it yourself. And we've always done that. You know, what comes out of your kitchen is what you sanction. This is, from Blendtec, this allows you to do it easy, to do it quickly, to whatever it is you want to make, you can make with Blendtec, because remember, it takes the place of 8 appliances in your home. And I know what you're making here.
At least 8,
At least 8, for sure.
At least 8.
This looks like the start of pesto.
Yes, it's a creamy pesto sauce. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can do every single meal in a Blendtec very easily. I mean, it's so dynamic. There's 600 different recipes on blendtec.com. So when you purchase, you can go to the website. They have instructional videos. They've got a lot of great content as well. So with the twister jar here, this is just gonna take a few seconds. I'm gonna use a manual speed again.
Oh, this is great. And you're getting that twister jar included. And remember, if you do have things that maybe are, you know, maybe a little bit thicker, a little sticky, they may stick to the sides. That's what that twister jar is all about.
So the creamy pesto, now you can get it as just as smooth as you want to.
Shane, can I be honest?
Drizzle over the top.
I blinked and I actually missed it. That was way too fast.
It's very efficient, that's for sure. Now, you mentioned something just a couple of seconds ago about not the preservatives, not having all the, you know, knowing what you're putting into your ingredients, making sure that everything that you're blending is what you want. It's fresh ingredients, it's natural. Now, one of the things that people call is supplements. They call it supplements because they're supplemental to what you're not getting in your diet.
Right.
When you can get those nutritional things from your whole foods, that's the best place to go, and it cuts down on the amount of money that you're spending on supplements.
Right.
You can purchase the blender with just the money that you save.
That's right, that's for sure. And now, remember, you know, we're showing you, giving you ideas, but you're gonna take the ball and run with it. You're gonna use this, as Shane said, you're gonna use it for your smoothies and your bowls and things like that for breakfast. You're gonna use it for your snacks when the kids come home from school. You're gonna take it, use it for ice creams at the end of the day. You're gonna make your soups with this, make your dressings with this, make your toppings with this, all of it. You're gonna make your drinks with this.
Yeah, it's cocktail time here.
It's cocktail time. Now, I'm not allergic to cocktails. Just kidding.
I would hope not. Well, the reason why I'm throwing the ice in there first, because you usually put your cocktail mix in there, then your ice, and do everything together. But I want to show you something else, just a little tip and trick for the kids. If you like shaved ice and snow cones, this will make the best shaved ice possible.
Really?
So, if you'd put this, and if I do encourage you to do this at your home, if you are going to want to break your blender to purchase a new one, like a Blendtec. Because normally this is blender killer. I'm just going to use a low speed. This is going to take literally 5 seconds, and we're going to have a beautiful flour. Or not flour, ice.
Yeah. Wow.
Now you notice that that's already gone.
Oh my gosh.
So check this out. It is perfect snow.
It's perfect shaved ice.
Look at that.
In 5 seconds. And it didn't break the blender. It didn't break the Blendtec.
So if you look at this, you can see the powder, you can see the consistency. It is absolute snow. I could go ahead and make a snowball right now, and we could start a snowball fight in the middle of Florida.
Gosh, that is perfection.
But we want to do a margarita, so we're going to go ahead and throw the rest of the ingredients in there.
Okay.
And there is a margarita button. That's the Ice Crush mixed drinks, a little cocktail glass here.
Yeah.
We're just going to use that.
Yes. Okay. And remember, this is the same blender that you used to make your dressing, the same one you used to make your smoothie and your ice cream. Absolutely. It's the same blender. And it's the same appliance, I should say. So you're not having to jump from appliance to appliance. You're not spending a lot of money buying specialized pieces. Blendtec really is gonna just fit easily and seamlessly into your lifestyle. And look at that. So that was the margarita. We're gonna go ahead and pour that one so that you can see. Oh gosh.
Now look at that. That is a perfect margarita. If you go to a bar, this is the type of consistency that you want to see in a margarita.
Yeah.
You want it to be icy. You want it to be able to set up. You don't want any chunks. And it's a perfect margarita. Now, while you're enjoying that margarita, I forgot completely about the soup. So I'm gonna go get the soup and actually show you this.
We'll get the soup for sure. Yep. Remember, I wanna show you the colors too, because the one you're looking at right here is pomegranate. We also have it for you in this slate gray, which is exclusive to us here at HSN. We've got it in black, and we also have it in seafoam green, which is also exclusive.
Yeah.
Ooh,
now watch this. You can actually see the steam.
Okay.
It's a piping hot soup.
Oh my gosh.
Now that temperature is about 115 degrees or less, so it's actually considered still raw.
Still raw.
So you're not actually, for anybody, raw foods.
Okay.
If you want to make it hotter, if you ran it for an additional cycle, you could definitely do that.
Okay.
If you want to make like apple cider or something like that, throw an apple in there with a little bit of liquid, a little bit of agave, and you have a perfect soup. Now if you want to make a chunky soup at this point in time, you could add some pre-cooked chicken steak, beef, beans, or rice, something like that. Just push the pulse button a couple of times, and just blend it in there. Now this is just going to have.
And remind us, that was just about 3 minutes or less.
Yes, that was 180 seconds, so 3 minutes exactly.
Wow.
Little cilantro.
And it went, and it turned off by itself. I don't know if you remember, it was counting down. So you put your ingredients in, you turn it on, and then it counts down. Oh, absolutely.
I can even hold it for you if you'd like.
Absolutely. Now I've got this. Oh gosh.
Now that's gonna taste fresh.
So
what's not in there is preservatives, sodium, MSG, all the crap that they put into canned soups these days. So you have all the ingredients are fresh. You control the ingredients once again.
Oh, this is good.
Excellent. While you're enjoying that, I'm gonna go over here to the blender batter.
Okay.
We're gonna make a blender brownie very, very easily.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
Blender brownies, you can make any type of brownies that you want.
Okay.
You can make cookies. You can do any type of baking and cooking. This will replace much of what a mixer can do that for you. So when you're doing bread doughs, just like we mentioned, you're even grinding your grains first and fresh.
Yes.
So there is a dips and batters key, so I'm just gonna go ahead and push the dips batters. Actually, I'm gonna use my manual speed here.
Okay.
And what I'll do here, just to show you something, is once we get it started, I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off.
Oh, no, that's something I've never seen.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you notice too how easy, I love even just the way that you press the buttons. There's no like actual raised buttons. It's all like a really nice touch, almost like a touch screen, you know, like you said, like you're on your phone.
Yeah.
So nothing's ever gonna get caught. It makes it really easy to clean this out. Speaking of that, how would I clean this?
Get everything down.
Yeah.
How you clean it is just by using soap and water. So you'll just put 2 cups of water on the bottom, a drop of dish soap, hold the pulse button literally for about 5 seconds, and it'll clean the blade lid in the jar for you.
Oh, great.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and pulse this for a second.
Okay.
We got a little air pocket in there.
Okay.
Usually, and this is a good teaching moment too, usually what you want to do is put your liquids first on the bottom, and then your dry stuff in the middle. We've actually put the dry stuff on the bottom, and then the liquids, so the liquids still need to get in the bottom.
Okay. All right. But
While we're waiting for that again though, let's go ahead and we will do
what do we have
almond
here?
milk.
Oh,
so if you have people who have milk alternatives who need to do something with any type of or non-dairy lifestyles, you can do any type of seed milk, almond milk, nut milk, any type of milk that you want to, even coconut milk or soy milk.
Okay.
So all those recipes are on Blendtec's website as well.
Okay. So you did your almonds.
Yeah, they just
soak them. Do we have to soak them? Okay.
Yeah, you soak them for a few hours. You don't have to soak them, but it'll blanch it, and so it'll make the almonds blanch, unless you've already bought pre-blanched almonds, and then you can just go for it.
Okay.
But it's very, very easy. Just use the whole juice button.
I think this is really great.
Perfect almond milk.
I think it's really great to show because when you think about sometimes some of these specialty items, like if you're making your own, or you know, certain kinds of milks, you're making your own gluten-free flours and things of that nature. When you buy those in the grocery store, they can be expensive. You can pay a premium for them. But if you can just easily make it at home, it makes all the difference. And you can do as much or as little as you need it to be. It can be fresh every single time. And you saw how fast and easy that was.
That is already done. So that was about 30 seconds. You already have a rich, creamy almond milk. Now, almond milk at the stores usually have a lot of preservatives too.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at all that store-bought stuff, it usually has like you can keep in the refrigerator for, you know, about a month or two. This is going to be fresh. You don't have to worry about the additives that they're placing in there just to make sure that it stays on the shelf for a lot longer. So.
Sure.
Now almonds,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was about to actually give you another sample.
But again, you see how creamy it is. You see how there's no chunks. This is going to be perfect. If almond milk is what you drink for yourself, you can now make it yourself in your home in your Blendtec 650. So you've seen just some of the things that we've done up here. We're gonna head on over so that you can not only choose your color, but you can also see a lot of the different things that the Blendtec has been able to make. So you're seeing the black, we have it for you in the pomegranate, the seafoam green, and the slate gray. It comes along with that twister jar with 2 lids. Normally you'd be paying extra for that. We're talking about $129 extra for that. You're getting the spatula included. You're getting the, you know, you've got your owner's manual, so you've got all of the instructions about how this is used. And then you decide if it's gonna be smoothies or milkshakes, ice cream, cappuccinos, sauces and soups and margaritas, your cocktails in here. You're making your peanut butters and your nut butters. You can grind your coffee beans in this. You can see just some of the things that we were able to make with the ingredients that have been blended up in our Blendtec. So where should we start? Let's start on your end.
Every single thing. So the pie, the crust, even the toppings were all made in a Blendtec blender. So this is an apple crisp pie. You've got your apple cider right here, just like we mentioned before, your hot apple cider, and it cooks it hot. Pumpkin banana muffins, right? Where were the banana muffins? Oh, right here in front of me.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, and then the rosemary veggie pot pie.
Oh my
so
God,
the crust, everything on the middle was all blended, and so everything on the table here was all made in the Blendtec machine.
Wow.
You have your pizza dough. Even the marinara sauce was made in the machine as well.
Oh my gosh.
The pumpkin pie and the crust, the other basil soup.
Wow. Even your dressing?
Even the dressing that was on top of the salad.
Oh my God. And you know what? This just goes to show. I love this table because it really does go to show. Sometimes when you look at a blender, you think smoothies, right?
Absolutely.
This table goes to show everything that just in our everyday life that we eat that could be made in this blender. And so you're really gonna get a good feel about how often you're gonna reach for your Blendtec. I know people who have this, they don't even have a space in the cabinet for it because they just leave it out on their counter because they know for breakfast, I'm gonna use my Blendtec. During lunch or putting dinner together, I'm gonna use my Blendtec. So they just leave it out on their counter right next to their coffee maker. You're probably gonna use it more often than your coffee maker, your toaster, or any other appliance that you have in your home. I think that is brilliant. This is super powerful. It's the 650 version. This is the first time at HSN that you've had an opportunity to get this latest and greatest. It is the lowest price for this version in the market. You can't find it anywhere lower, and you're only getting it for this price for this one day. The retail value with everything you get is $579.90. I'll tell you, for it, for the price that we've got, some of you might be thinking, never paid that much for a blender. Maybe not for one blender, but how many times have you had to rebuy a blender because you broke it, it burned up, it stopped working, it wasn't powerful?
All the time.
You've paid more for all of the blenders you've ever bought than you're gonna pay for this one.
Oh, absolutely. The machine, you actually didn't mention it, people will keep it on the countertop underneath their upper cabinets. They're 15.5 inches tall.
Okay.
Now, studies show that you're gonna use a machine a lot more if you don't have to drag it out of a cupboard every time you use it.
Very true.
Plus, they're a good looking machine too.
They really
They
are.
They can match with all the different colors that we have available of your appliances or the different decor that's in your kitchen. So and trust me, you're gonna use this machine so much, you'll never wanna put it in the closet.
For sure. Tell me, what do we have here?
So this is a pineapple carrot juice. That was a ton of carrots, just a chunk of pineapple, just to sweeten it up in some liquid or some water.
Okay.
So carrots, obviously another dense thing. It's hard to be able to get that dense fiber broken down. This will be perfectly smooth by the time it's finished.
You know what I love about this too, because it is so powerful and you've got so much capacity there, is that you don't have to spend a lot of time chopping everything to a small bite-sized amount. You can just throw it in there.
Absolutely, as long as the blade can get to it. So if you throw a whole apple in there, you'd want to cut it in half. But it's such a large craft that you can just do, your smaller amounts, your larger amounts. Now, once again, I want you to see that. That is carrots and carrot juice. Look at how liquefied that is. That is why people prefer a Blendtec, is because it will liquefy your whole foods. Whole juicing, making sure that everything's fresh. All the ingredients are pure.
Ooh, this is the kind of thing.
Pineapple juice really kicks in those carrots too. It's great.
You buy this in the specialty boutiques, you're paying a lot of money for this. I know that even at some gyms, they have a juice bar. And you leave your workout $10 less because because that's what they charge for these. Oh, this is good.
The smoothies are more than your gym membership every month.
That's true. That's very true. You know what? If you have a Blendtec, we would love to talk with you. Please call us. Our phone number is 1-866-376-8255. That's the phone number to get us on the phone.
So another nut butter, almond butter. Now, almond butter is extremely expensive, but you can make it yourself so easily, and it's so much cheaper to buy whole almonds, salted almonds, roasted almonds, and make your own almond butter. You can even make raw almond butter if you want to make raw almonds. So you can literally use the machine to be able to make any type of thick nut butter that you want. We'll use this and slow it out.
This is good. And then again, you're using the twister. And the twister we would use really only when you have something that's going to be kind of sticky or thick.
A good way to remember that is if it's sticky or thicky, then just go ahead and use the twister jar.
I like
Anything that would normally stick to the sidewalls of the jar, the tines are scraping the jars, making sure that all the materials fall back into the jar.
This is really great. We're showing you the power. We're showing you how fast it is. We're showing you how easy this is to work as well. I like that there's a countdown on there, but you can use the presets, or if you want to just kind of determine on your own, you can just go manually. So very simple and easy to use. Look at that.
Perfect almond butter. Now that was only about 25 seconds of blend time, I believe it was when I turned it off.
Okay.
Now the longer that you blend again at higher speeds, you can make it warm. Now this is already warm, so it's already heated up quite a bit.
Oh,
you can feel that, right?
Yeah.
And of course, get the manly named Spectacular out.
It smells good too. It really does.
You know, you can get creative too. Add some chocolate chips in there for your kids, or any type of additional things. I put coconut in mine.
Oh,
so you can do a
wow.
lot of different types of creative nut butters for the kids.
That's
it's
good.
a healthy after-school treat.
Yeah.
They can do it anytime. They can even do it themselves. It's so easy to use. Now, my children are various ages, and all of them know how to use a machine, even my little 6-year-old.
That's a
now,
big
she
deal.
does real basic smoothies.
Yeah.
She does a strawberry, couple bananas, and throws it in there. And of course, we watch her when she uses it.
Yeah.
But it's a very easy machine to be able to use, because the machine is doing all the work for you.
For sure, and kids love it too. And don't you find that when you have, like, let's take the almond butter for instance, when the flavor is fresh like that, you don't need to.
Tastes so much better.
Yes, and you don't need to eat as much. You'll find that it's more satisfying.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the things why people kind of complain about juicers, because when they're juicing, they get a tasty juice, but they're getting all the sugar from all the fruits and vegetables that they're juicing, and they're not getting the fiber.
Right.
The fiber fills you up so that you're using it as an actual meal. Your blood sugar's not spiking, so it's a much easier and healthier form, because you're getting all the nutrition. You're getting the whole food, not just half the food.
That's for sure. Okay, so what do we have here?
Now,
Corn
this
kernels.
is unpopped kernels of corn.
Okay.
Very dense, very tough.
Okay.
You would never want to do this in another machine. We're going to make cornmeal. So literally, when we're saying that we can grind anything, you can grind coffee beans at a low speed in about 3 seconds.
Oh,
so
my
if you want
gosh.
fresh coffee beans, but this is a real dense kernel, we're going to go ahead and blend this all the way through and give you a great cornmeal. I'm going to take it up to top speed.
Look at that. Look at the power. I mean, and that was in no time.
So that cycle for your manual speeds will go 50 seconds, and the machine will shut itself down when it's done.
Okay.
So depending on what consistency of your grain, if you want it to be a little bit more granular, just go ahead and turn it off a little earlier. But the longer that you run the machine, the more smooth it is. So even if you wanted to make something like a pastry flour, just let it run for a full cycle of 50 seconds. You have a pastry flour.
Wow.
Now check this out.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect cornmeal.
Cornmeal, you want to use cornbread, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, one of the biggest things that people use these machines for, one of the things that I purchased my machine for to begin with, was baby foods.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my, and think
great.
about that. You know what's in the food. You feel comfortable with what you're feeding yourself and what you're feeding to your family, and you make. And I like that you're not buying specialized food just for certain people. You use what you've got on hand, and you can make it specialty with your Blendtec. So we have, you've got the ice.
We're going to do a Jolly Green smoothie. We're a little behind on the recipe, so I'm just going to start moving through here for you.
Okay, for
but
sure.
Think about what we've done so far. We just showed you all the foods over there that you've been able to make in a Blendtec. The versatility of the machine is unsurpassed. You're replacing about 8 to 10 different appliances in your kitchen. You're getting rid of all the extra space and opening all the space in the cupboards, because you can literally get rid of all those other machines.
Right, for sure. Remember, this is taking the place of your coffee grinder, your soup maker, your ice cream maker, your margarita maker, your juicer, your food processor, your mixer, your meat grinder. All those things that you see right there on the left are specialized products that only do that one thing. Blendtec does all of those and then some. So it's going to likely be the most used appliance that you have. This is the most powerful blender that you have ever seen here at HSN. And I'll tell you, with everything that you're getting, you've got an unbelievable price. Normally, this would be a $579 retail value, but you're getting the best price in the market. All right, and we're gonna kind of break that down for you. If you wanted to purchase everything separately, you could do that, but you'd be paying a lot more. Now, the machine itself with the motor base would be $449.95. And then you're getting some extras. This is our Jolly Green smoothie.
Yeah. It's a Blendtec favorite.
For sure. You'd be paying another $129.95 for the twister jar, and you're also getting the spatula. You get the owner's manual. This is a no-brainer, for sure.
No-brainer. I paid $500 for my Blendtec, and I bought my first one 17 years ago. We're still using that machine today.
Seriously?
Now, typically, no appliance in your household, period, usually comes with more than a 30-day warranty. Or even a 1-year limited warranty. This is an 8-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. It covers everything on the machine from top to bottom. If you experience any issues whatsoever, Blendtec will take care of you immediately, but these machines just last forever.
That's a big deal. I don't know any other blender that does that. All right, let's jump
So we're gonna get another soup. This is a broccoli cheddar soup. This is a little bit of broth or vegetable broth. We're gonna get it started over here. It's gonna be 3 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll do another ice cream here.
Okay,
We always like to do our ice creams right before we eat our soups, right? Dessert first?
Well, you eat dessert first. That's what you do. And you'll notice that Jolly Green smoothie was actually my favorite. It was amazing. You put in the ingredients that you want, you press the button, you let Blendtec do the rest. You don't have to worry about, is it gonna be powerful enough or strong enough? You don't have to worry about those blades breaking or being compromised, because this is what they're made for. Blendtec makes industrial machines at some of the, the smoothie chains that you see around the country. Blendtec is a brand made in the USA, sold worldwide, and really the first name when it comes to amazing quality and power. And that's what you see as our today's special.
And they're built in Orem, Utah. Over 400 families are supported by Blendtec. We work in the facilities right there in Orem, Utah. Over 90% of the entire machine is built in our facilities. So literally, when you walk through the manufacturing plant, we're making the jars, we're making the blades, we're making the motor itself, the electronics on the inside of the machine. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
So we control, and what that really means is we're a vertically integrated manufacturer, which means that we can control the quality of the machines that's coming out of the floor. So we take a great deal of pride making sure that all of our machines are coming off the line are going to be lasting you and your family an extremely long time. So the ice cream frozen yogurt button.
Yeah.
And we're going to go a blueberry, this is the blueberry ice cream recipe. Now, all these recipes, once again, can be found on Blendtec's website. There is an owner's manual that comes with a few recipes inside. The website is really, really comprehensive because you have videos, how-tos, you have all sorts of different information and great ideas of what you can do with your machine. Even things like, we haven't mentioned, facial masks and beauty supplies. You can do your own cucumber facial mask. You can even make your own dog treats. So there's recipes on there that you wouldn't ever think about.
That is a great idea.
And yes, I love my dog enough, I've actually made dog treats.
Well, your dog is part of the family. You want to make sure that you're feeding all of your pets, all of your entire family, the best that you possibly can. That was the fastest ice cream that you're ever going to make.
Now, that was a little soft just because we've been here for a little while, and the ice is beginning to melt a little bit, so typically this would be a little bit more set up. But even if it's a soft serve like this, you can go ahead and just stick it in the freezer, let it set up for about 30 minutes, and it's a beautiful ice cream coming out of the freezer, too. You can even put a little popsicle makers, and you can make it into a popsicle. Just put a little popsicle sticks, and we do that as well.
Oh, my goodness. Well, first off, it looks amazing. I can't wait to taste it. I'll let you know how it is.
Blueberry brain food, right?
Yeah.
Might as well put it in ice cream.
Superfood. Okay, here we go.
I'm looking forward to this as well.
Oh my gosh. Everything I eat, I say it's the best.
That's
really good. I think this is the best so far. This is really good. Oh my gosh.
No sugar added. All those are fresh ingredients.
Yeah.
So
you can
just because it's a treat doesn't mean it has to be unhealthy.
Thanks to Blendtec. What you're looking at right there, that's the soup that's still going, and it's going on its own. It's actually almost done. 3, 2, 1,
and
it's done.
That.
Okay.
Now that was 3 minutes.
Oh, this is so good.
I love the fact that I have a black apron on because you can actually see the steam rolling off, but you'll see how hot that steaming soup is.
Wow.
Now, once again, that's the friction of the blade. There's not a heating element on the inside of the machine. It's the speed of the blade that's heating those ingredients up and cooking it.
Okay, and like what temperature would that be about?
The temperature is about 115 degrees. Now, we do that and we shut off the cycle because if you're starting at room temperature or even warm ingredients to begin with, you're usually gonna be under 115 degrees for those who like raw foods.
Okay.
So if you want to make it hotter, obviously, you can just go ahead and run another cycle, but I do caution it can get very, very hot.
Very hot, all right. And again, that's the friction. There's no heater in here. That's just the power of your Blendtec.
cheddar broccoli soup.
Ooh.
All right.
As fresh as humanly possible.
And there's a spoon.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
Thank you, thank you. Oh gosh. So we went from ice cream, soup, we've got the nut butters, we've got dressings, we've got it all.
Everything. Now,
Oh
this is the cilantro lime hummus. So hummus is one of those things that people just love to be able to do. But when you go to a grocery store and you buy a hummus, usually you're trying to find out where the chickpeas are at.
Yeah.
You're trying to find the ingredients in there. You're looking at the ingredient list and you're like, is this really even hummus or is it even healthy for you?
Right.
So you can make hummus in a split second. This is going to be another twister jar recipe. A lot of those dips, you just can just do it so fast in the twister jar. Makes it very, very simple and easy. We'll just use our manual speed again.
Okay. Very simple. I'm kind of going to town on the soup because it's amazing. Shane, this is so good.
Now, one of the things that you can do, again, if you like that with some pre-cooked meat or steak or rice, you can just stick the meat in there and just push the pulse button and swirl it around, and then go ahead and serve it to the family.
Wow. Okay, you're looking there again at the power of the Blendtec. That was really quick. You had, it's a cilantro lime hummus.
Cilantro lime hummus, yeah.
You can make whatever flavors of hummus you like. I love a garlic. I love the roasted tomatoes.
Oh, yes. Roasted red pepper hummus.
Oh, yes. Just amazing. Look at that.
That is my go-to, is the roasted red pepper.
It has got to be.
I'm gonna try that.
I mean, I'm gonna try one too, because it's so fresh.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'll tell you, there's nothing you could buy in a package in the store that can equal the freshness of having amazing ingredients and doing it in seconds right before you eat it. That is fantastic. It truly is. And you made it in your Blendtec. You didn't have to have a food processor to make your hummus. You didn't have to have an ice cream maker to make your ice cream. You didn't have to have a coffee grinder to grind your coffee beans. You're doing it all in the same unit. We're jumping in here and you're seeing one of our exclusive colors, which is the seafoam, which is the most limited, I will also tell you.
Yeah. I don't know how you're talking. I'm impressive. I was sitting there trying to eat my carrot, and I'm like, how is she talking right now? She's been doing that for a while.
That's right, that's right. What do we have here?
So this is the coconut lime slush. So it's got some coconut milk in there, and it's got a lime juice and then ice, and it tastes fantastic. So,
wow.
And a little bit of agave just to sweeten it up.
Okay.
So we're gonna use the ice crush shake button.
Now remember, we're not shying away from blending ice, because if your blender can't blend ice, then you don't have a blender. You just have something taking up space.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that with every cocktail, the ice cream, the snow cones even, the Blendtec has had no problems with crushing up the thickest, the hardest, of ice chunks. And you've got such a big capacity here. If we fill this entire carafe with ice, it no problem could crush it up.
Absolutely, it would make snow in just seconds. So the coconut lime slush. Now once again, I like to pour this slowly because when you see it, you're not gonna see any ice chunks. You won't see any chunks of anything that we've been blending here today. It's completely blended, it's thoroughly blended, and that's why people prefer Blendtec over any other machine when they wanna get the best blends out there on the market.
This is great. I know our hour's quickly coming to a close. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, that's so good.
Your new favorite, right?
You know what?
That is good.
This is the favorite. This is fantastic. Oh my God. You know what? And it's just easy. The idea is you put in the ingredients that you love. This is really great. Whatever it is you like to drink, whatever it is you like to eat, whatever kind of ice cream you like, that's what you make. And whatever flavor of hummus you make that you like, that's what you make in your Blendtec. I see that you're doing, oh, wait a minute.
We're gonna do peanut butter cookies.
So we're making dough?
We're making a dough cookie, or a cookie dough. So this is peanut butter cookie dough. We're just gonna let it mix around.
Okay.
So this particular recipe, again, is on Blendtec's website.
All right.
And this is the finished product when we get finished here.
Okay.
So all you do is just throw it in the oven and you're ready to go.
So this is, again, like this would take the place of your mixer. I know that there are mixers that can cost the price of your Blendtec and that all they do is mix. The idea that you have something, you have a blender that can take the place of up to 8 appliances really is a big deal, and it just makes it so easy for you to use. You've got it on 6 Flex today. You've got it at the lowest price that you're gonna find this in the market. So even if you're looking around, look around, you know, check Blendtec. You'll see what people love about it. But you're not gonna find this price anywhere except at HSN.
Now take a look at how that pulls and makes that whirlpool, bringing all that thick dough right down to the bottom of the machine. Now that is really, really heavy dough.
Perfect.
On any type of cheap machine or less powerful blender, you would just heat the motor up and completely just probably fry your entire blender.
Yep.
These machines are built to be able to handle this type of torture and this type of heavy ingredients and the type of consistent wear and tear on these machines.
For sure.
That's why they're backed by that 8-year warranty, because you can feel comfortable with going through multiple things, using it multiple times a day, and never having a problem. Now, commercial businesses, if you think about it, they're doing hundreds of smoothies every single day. They have to have a blender that can handle the consistent wear and tear, the consistent heavy blends, and that's why they prefer Blendtec brands, because the Blendtec machines are gonna last. They're gonna be there for a long time. They're gonna be on your countertop for a long time, probably so long, you can buy one now and give it to your children when they leave, and then just go buy yourself a new one.
Like, you know, take us on a tour again of the presets that you've got.
The presets, oh, that's great. Now, the little slider bar right here is the manual speeds. There's 8 manual speeds. You also have your pulse for mince, chopping, and dicing. It's kind of like a food processing key, so you can make chunky salsas and different things like that. Then you have your dips, batters, and dressings, your ice crush milkshake margaritas. You have your smoothie button. You have your ice cream frozen yogurts. You have your whole juice, and you have your steaming soups. Now, it's not necessarily soups. Once again, you can cook anything hot, and it'll just heat it up for you.
Okay. And
now, do we have enough time to do one more blend? I think we do.
Absolutely do.
Absolutely.
We absolutely do. Okay,
so this is one of my favorite ingredients myself. This is something that I do in my own home constantly. These are energy balls. So just like a protein ball or a protein bar that you want to make, you can do in your own household with your twister jar here. So we have dates. We've got a few other ingredients. We've got a little bit of honey. We've got some raisins, some cranberries. And I'm just going to make this into a dough ball.
And you're using the twister jar again.
Using the twister
that
jar
is a $129 value that you're getting included today. And what's great about these and what you put in is what you didn't put in. You didn't add a lot of extra sugar, which you'll find in the stores. You didn't add you didn't add any preservatives. You make them fresh, you make them with what you want, and you see how quick that this can easily get in and blend up all of those nuts, all of the dates, all of the extras, and you're gonna have it literally fresh to order, but you're doing it at home. This is part of what you're getting in this today's special that we're only doing for one day.
Now, I kind of leave this a little bit chunkier because you want to have some chunks in there. Just like the balls right here.
Oh yeah, like you see here.
Yeah.
These are expensive in the stores too.
They're very expensive in the stores. And once again, they're usually made with preservatives and things that that are risky or that you just really don't know what they're putting into store-bought foods that stay on the shelf forever.
That's right.
This is fresh. You can make your own protein bars, mixtures. You can put chia seeds, hemp seeds, any of those type of nutritious things that you want to, that you like to add into any of your recipes. Just makes it very, very simple and easy.
I hope that you will go ahead and get your Blendtec. This is gonna be the last blender that you ever have to buy because it is super powerful. It can do everything. And it's so easy for you to use. And it's really beautiful. I think you're gonna love to have this one out on your counter. Go ahead and pick it up while we've got the best price anywhere. Shane, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Tamara.
This was good. For sure.
I think I might take mine to go.
For sure. Cheers to you and to you guys as well who are calling in to pick yours up. Remember, you can get it in black, gray, you can get the seafoam or the pomegranate. Now, a lot of you are shopping with us on hsn.com, and while you're there, I want you to type in Top Kitchen Brands, because there you'll find up to 25% off of Top Kitchen Brands that we've got available for you right there. You can scroll, you can shop, and you can even, while you're there, buy your today's special. And I encourage you definitely to go ahead and pick yours up today while we've got them available. We are gonna take a quick break. We've got so much more shopping to do here at HSN. I'm gonna finish my drink and I'll see you again tomorrow.
Shop like a VIP with the HSN credit card. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. As an HSN card member, you'll get all kinds of perks, like extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. Plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
I grew up always dreaming and wanting to create things.
I see something and I see that we can make it better.
One day, the light bulb just went off. Nobody has this. They're waiting for me to invent it.
Next thing you know, you're on HSN and the whole world's hearing about it.
It just sold out.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
HSN celebrates the dreamers, inventors, and entrepreneurs who follow their hearts, helping American dreams come true.
Being here today proves anything is possible.
Our Happy Place cleaning products
Are made with plant-based ingredients.
which means less chemicals in your house, which will make it a happy place.